வாய்க்கலாமா?
I think today we all looking forward to maestro what Sivaramanji would tell us. Usually Sivaramanji speaks through his fingers playing mridangam. But I know he has eloquent diction. There were occasions when I heard Sivaramanji's lecture demonstration. Then also perhaps some of those who are present here would know that with the scientist and Secretary Science and Technology, Mr. Ramaswamy, Umayalpuramji did some scientific research on mridangam, and they had a presentation in Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore, and in Chennai and few other places. On such occasions, Umayalpuramji was very lucidly explaining, you see, the importance of tala. We all know that there is a working of tala through our heartbeat, without which there is no life. So this tala is the most important factor in the working of the entire universe. Two, when you scientifically try to probe microanalysis, in every atom there is movement of proton, neutron and positron, and all that movement is based on certain tala. So tala is definitely one of the fundamental features of the existence of this beautiful universe. But unfortunately there are forces trying to bring in apatala in our social fabric. Therefore I think music and tala are expected to play a very important role in bringing in unity, amity, peace and progress. And music does not have language, or music itself has its language. You can listen to music from any different languages that exist in different parts of our country. For example, I am without sufficiently initiated, I am an ardent fan of different genres of music, but Carnatic music especially. But mostly I don't understand the words. Mostly it is in Telugu. Tyagaraja, Shyama Shastri, Muthuswami Dishidhar, all of them lived near Thiruvayaru, that is the present day Tamil Nadu. But they were composing music in Telugu. But still it communicates. And I think there is a very important musical presence here, because all the Carnatic compositions of Tyagaraja is in praise of Rama. And here is Sivaramana, Sri N. Ram, you see. And Sri Murali is there, Music Academy. There is none better fit than Mr. Murali, because one of the most popular music instrument is Murali, that is flute. And Sri Krishna's musical instruments, you see. So here, apart from our fondness for music, music is present in these different forms. I would like to ask Sivaramanji, is a BA BL, is a law graduate. Why you abandoned legal practice? And if Sivaramanji had taken to legal practice, he would have been one of the topmost lawyers in our country today. Why you have taken to mastering the laws of rhythm and music? Is there any special reason for?
Thank you very much for this wonderful opportunity. This opportunity I have been expecting from the Hindu for a long time. But the thing is, you have to bide time. It's a very great opportunity where I have been given an opportunity to interact with one of the best rasikas that I experienced in my musical career, and that is M.A. Baby. Before I answer what Mr. Baby is asking me, I will tell you how I came in contact with Mr. Baby. Very interesting. My disciple, Arjun Kumar, who played long back, as Mr. Ram told you, Baby has been my fan for the last 50 years, and I hope he still continues. And our friendship, and he heard my first program in Tirukadavur in Kerala with K.V. Narayanaswamy
And V.V. Subramaniam.
and V.V. Subramaniam. And in Kerala at that time, the program will go for 3 to 4 hours. And you will have a large concourse of audience. Maybe when I played all these things in Kerala, I think I had the largest audience in Kerala and Karnataka, where very nearly about 3,000 people will be there. And they will sit through 4-hour program, and you will have to really render Ragam, Tanam, Pallavi. Otherwise, Yendo Ragam Valla, Rama, Adu Vanam, Angane Parayum. So we have to really satisfy them. So he heard my program about 50 years ago. And from the time they heard, I think he became my fan. That is what he told me. But I never knew. Nearly 42 years back, my disciple, Arjun Kumar, he came one day to Chennai and told me, "Sir, I played in Delhi. One member of parliament came and then asked me, 'Are you the disciple of Umayalpuram ji?' He never calls me Sivaraman, Umayalpuram ji. Yes, he answered. Baby's answer was, 'I was able to really enjoy the Bani of Umayalpuram ji in you.' So he told me. And then I was wondering, who is that MP? I would like to see. But he did not give me the name. I was really searching for somebody of this nature. But I could not. As I told you, the biding time, one day, as a custom with Mr. Baby, generally he introduces himself to anybody and goes. There is a call in the evening from Kannimera, where I think he came as the chairman of some parliamentary committee. And even today, I have only landline, no mobile. The only repartee is I'm still mobile. So there is a call. I am M.A. Baby. I would like to see you. Then I invited him. He came. Then I understood this is the person who really, appreciated the Bani. And then he came, I introduced himself, and then we were talking. And then he said, "I'm going to a few friends. Why don't you come?" I don't know what prompted me, but I went with him. And then he took me to Kannimera, and we were talking about music and musicians, only that, about my experience. It was past 1 o'clock. There is a fear factor from my wife, whether I am kidnapped. So she immediately called up Kannimera and then established contact with me, and then I told him. Then she scolded me. "Why you did not give me? You can be with the baby for up to even early morning." And I said sorry. And then baby immediately brought me back and then told my wife, "I have left Sivaramanji, Umayalpuram here, don't worry about me." Why I am telling you, from that day onwards, he is my very intimate friend. What I really liked is the quality of M.A. baby, to appreciate the bani of each artist, whether it is vocal or instrumental, and say he belongs to that bani. He belongs to that means I think only a great Rasika can really distinguish all these things. So I always consider him as one of the greatest Rasikas, and I also give him another caption by which I always used to call him as, is a Karma Yogi. So this is the beginning of my friendship, and wherever we meet and discuss, we only discuss about music, musicians. Sometimes what happens is, he will sing, Sivaramanji, Umayalpuramji, this is the way Shamangudi, Maru Balka, he will sing in his way. And then he will say, Tara Chora. Oh, in the Anupallavi, when he sings the Sangadi, Umayalpuramji, you are embellishing it very much. You are embellishing it very much like that. Well, tell me.
See, is Marubalka, I don't know whether you would be able to access it. There is a concert of Shemmangudi in 1971 or 72 in Calicut. You see? Shemmangudi is singing with his disciples. Lalgudi was playing violin and Umayalpuramji was playing mridangam. It's a 3.5 hour long concert. It's indescribable. But the Marubalka that day, Shemmangudi sang, and Lalgudi definitely, violin accompaniment impeccable. But Umayalpuramji's mridangam was also singing Marubalka that day. You see? And you could see the Rasikas of Calicut, bursting into ecstasy and hand clapping and all that in between. You see, that's why the embellishment at different points. You see, after Pallavi and Anupallavi there is a gap. There you give a particular rhythmic, embellishment for Shemmangudi to take up. Now question about why didn't you practice law?
I'll tell you. I'm coming, I remember everything. The thing is, I am going to answer everything that you told me. My father, we belong to the direct Sishya Parampara of Saint Tyagaraja. The Saint Tyagaraja Parampara, we belong to the directed Sishya Parampara, Krishnabhadar Sundarbhadar of Umayalpuram. What happened in Umayalpuram is very famous. I used to say, Umayalpuram is famous for culture as well as agriculture. In the sense, my father, after seeing my interest at the age of 2 or 2.5, and then he decided that I should be put to mridangam, because I was playing Ganjira from the age of 3 to 5. So in my case, all the things, all my gurus, they came by the graves of the cosmic energy. Why I'm telling you, my father was a doctor, deeply interested in music, learned music, violin. He was looking only for a particular guru whose fingering was really correct and perfect for mridangam. But he could not find out. But one day, a patient came and he had an operation for his carbuncle and asked him, who are you? I am Arabad Nadeshiyar. I am only looking for you. Thus began my mridangam training at the age of 5. So I went on with the 4 gurus, and I had a stint of 15 years of continuous Gurukula Vasam, plus formal education, changing from Kumbakonam to Tanjore, Tanjore to Chennai, Chennai to Kumbakonam, with all that. And then I studied SSLC, then I joined the Cambridge of South India, known as Kumbakonam College. I finished my BA, and then came to, at the instruction of Palgad Maniyar, my 3rd guru, I came here. And in 1955, my uncle told me, why are you sitting quiet? Go to law college. Only in the evening you are playing. But my luck is, at that time, the director of legal studies was Justice Antanarayan. So I was in the evening in a session. Then I made a request to him, why don't you just change me to in the morning so that I can play in the evening? He's a lover of music. He changed. I finished my BL in 1958. And then my uncle told me, go for something. Then I joined international law in Madras University under Professor Alexander Wyss. Then my uncle was training for IAS. I also had a small stint for 3 to 4 months for IAS. But my life is this. Generally, I always say, it is always like a rocket, where the booster rocket raised me beyond the gravitational pull, stratosphere, ionosphere, Milky Way, and then reached orbit. All the booster rocket fell. That means I never entered law. I never entered in administrative service. Somebody asked me, did you leave? No, it left. In the sense, it was in the orbit. So, even then, very great lawyers like C.K. Venkata Narasimhan, Soundar Rajangar, and others, they only advised me, don't go for bar counter exam and waste 150 rupees. One such a great advisor to me was the famous Hindu Raghunatha. He advised me, you are meant for mridangam, so practice mridangam, you will be on top. I don't know. Then, now I am playing like that. And then I want to share one thing with you. That is, I had the great blessings of my gurus. Maniyar, my third guru, was seeing my index from 1955 as I reached, because he wanted me to come to Chennai. He was watching. But the thing is, he is always very silent. But the thing is, he shares all these things with some of his very intimate friends. He was telling that there is a great future for Sivaraman. All these things I only came to know after his passing away. Because all of them came to me. In one of the conversations with his disciple that happened in Kottalam, Kuttalam waterfalls, with Shengote Rajamani Ayar, who was his primary disciple, he was questioning and asking Rajamani, his disciple Rajamani, do you know Umayalpuram Sivaraman? I know. Have you heard him? Yes, I have heard him. How do you like him? I like him, I love him. Do you know that he qualified law? Yes, I know. Sure, he was a teacher. And by the way, he said, even with regard to his son also, then he said, you be a teacher. Your passion is music, but your profession is a teacher. But with regard to mridangam, I want to tell you that Sivaraman has got the same nada. He has got the same fingers to produce a great nada. And at some point of time, he is going to really flourish in the field. Moreover, he said, when he entered the Five Falls, he sold Sengota Rajamani here. There is going to be a time when Sivaraman will be on top and nobody can beat him. If the blessings of money is going to be there, why should I worry about mridangam? That will carry on.
Now, Sivaramanji, you have developed a deep friendship with the European saxophonist, Fabrizio.
Fabrizio Casal.
Yeah. Will you please narrate how that friendship developed with Fabrizio?
The beauty of friendships, all these things with regard to me, they really wanted to really reach me. Fabrizio was very crazy about me, because every time he is coming to music season.
Music season
He comes
from Europe.
From Brussels. But he was looking for somebody to tell about my contact number and address and all that. That too from music community, fraternity. The pity is nobody gave. Then, in Sastri Hall, I was accompanying a musician, and he was there. I don't know Casal. And that musician sang Mangalam. Everybody went. Casal thought this is a song, and he was sitting. He was only there. Then I looked at him, why are you sitting? I mean, I know that he is an
Foreigner.
European. I asked him, who are you? Why are you sitting? Everybody has gone. I am sitting to see you. Then I asked him, I never knew all these things. I thought you are going to play. I went to all places. I could not find Shastri Hall. I came here, and I am so happy, fortunate that I am meeting you. From that day onwards, he became a good friend. He is one of the greatest saxophone artists. And he invited me several times to Brussels, and his troupe is known as Akamon. I asked him, what is the meaning of Akamon? He said, Aka is a tribe in South Africa. He said, moon is the limit. Then, for the last 30 years, I am participating, and he dedicated also a few, series in honor of me, Umayalpuram Sivaraman. The thing is, he understands everything about Carnatic music, and I invited him when I was Sangeeta Kalanidhi. I asked him to talk about the music subject. See, the beauty of Fabrizio Casal. One day I told him, Fabrizio, you must only listen to the great legend, T.R. Mahalingham's flute. He took the recording and came back in December. I asked him, what is the reaction? He told me, Sivaraman, I listened to Mali. He gives a lot of passes. But in the passes, I really feel music. It is being filled up music. That is the greatest quality that I really found out. And still, his friends, Michel, Stephen Gallen, they are in touch with me. I got a lot of benefits by their friendship. And my name is very famous, and everybody knows about me in Brussels because they invited me and they wanted me to play in all the places. And one thing happened, that is, in one such visit, Fabrizio told me, Shivaram, we should now play in the central jail of Brussels. I was confused because in India, somebody knows what happened to Shivaram.
Having gone to the jail.
Yes. But he insisted that I should play there. I went there. What really happened was about 200 or 300 prisoners were there. There was one Arab musician who played guitar, and he said, sir, come on, you play with me. He took guitar, I took mridangam, and I played, and I was very happy. If music is going to really change the hearts of the prisoners, nothing like that. And one thing, you were talking about Tyagaraja, Dikshitar, Shama Shastri, Purandaras. I wish to clarify. They only compose for their own satisfaction, and they never wanted that any musician is going to sing and make money.
Nithichala Sukhama.
He said, Nitisala Sukama. Now it is all Sukame. The thing is, they only sang for themselves. They never wanted that this is going to be recorded and made a commercial thing, or it is going to be put on the platform. So, they were well versed in Telugu. They were well versed in Sanskrit. They were well versed in Kannada. And they were well versed in Tamil. So, the thing is, what we have to enjoy, and really, the lyrics is, when you sing, I always insist, all musicians, yesterday musicians, they learned the value of music because they know the meaning of the lyrics. And they put emotion in. I can tell you, when I was with Arikudi Ramanjingar in Devanathan Street in Mylapore, Mandavadi, with whom I really spent a lot of time, he took a great affection for me. He said, in Tyagaraja Kriti, Asha, Todi Kirtana, Dasharate, Ni Ranamatir Patrama, Asha di Yera, Dura Deja, Unu, Prakashimpa, Jesina, Rasiga Zero, On Manida, Sarade. He said, Ashatira. Shivarama, Swami said, Ashatira. I must also sing like what really he felt like, Ashatira. He said, Asha. It should not be Asha. That makes a lot of difference. He said, from far off places, you sent so many devotees to worship at me, Tyagaraja. How can I repay you? So, even in mridangam, I tell you, my father told me, you should be the first rasika of the main artist you are playing. Then only your sight will go into the music, will go into the disciplines of the kriti, you will fuse with the main artist, and he will produce music. Like that, you should be one with the main artist. When you really are one with the main artist, I think even a Tanyavataram is not essential.
Now, what I wanted to flag is, you know, Soralaya, and in 1989, you played a brief mridangam solo, and you opened.
No, you wanted me to.
Yeah. No, let me complete. Let me complete.
I will tell you. No, I will tell you. He will not accept. He only invited me. So I was there. I thought I'm going to play a solo. And he was there.
With Neyatingara was there.
And yes. So I was there.
Shashikumar was there.
Shashikumar was there. And so many people. Then he asked me, you play mridangam solo. I played mridangam solo for 15 or 20 minutes. And I finished. And I really finished and then look to M.A. baby. Then he said, Swaralaya has begun. That's all.
This is the opening of Saralaya by mridangam solo. There, that day, you see, the approach of Swaralaya, you see, the concert was Neyatingara Vasudevan, disciple of Ramanadi Krishnan. Because of his so-called social position, he had to face certain difficulties, in the field of music. Through music, Swaralaya wanted to deal with this problem also in society. And that day, when Neyatingara Vasudevan was told, after this mridangam solo, thereby formal opening of Swaralaya, first concert is going to be yours, that is Neyatingara. Then he asked me, who are going to accompany? I said, on violin, M.S. Gopalakrishnan. On mridangam, Umayalpuram. Then he told me, please, with such towering musical geniuses on both the sides, I would be shivering, I won't be able to sing. This is what Neyatingara was saying. Then I told, he's a good friend of mine, I said, both of them love music so much that they will embellish your concert. You sing so well, don't have any hesitation. That is how. So, no, this may appear to be a socio-political, cultural statement. You see, there is nothing personal or nothing cultural. Different disciplines get, influencing each other. I remember, Umayalpuram visit, you were invited to Kerala to inaugurate the Kerala University Students' Union. It's a big affair. You see, all affiliated college students would come. And through a mridangam solo, again it was being inaugurated. Then Umayalpuram said that Tala cannot stand alone. There should be music also. So there should be a pallavi from where I will take off with my Taniyavartanam. And you wanted Neyatingara Vasudevan to give the pallavi. Then I told Umayalpuram, okay, I will speak to him. Umayalpuram said, no. I know that Neyatingara is staying in Trivandrum. I am going to visit him. Then I said, I would also come. So both of us go. It's a narrow lane, nearly outskirts of Trivandrum city. First I was walking down. When Neyatingara saw me, he was so happy that I am visiting his house. Then I told him, wait, you see who is coming? He saw Umayalpuram. Tears came out of his face. You remember that? So, apart from being a great musical genius, this human approach that every human being, whether he or she had birth from a so-called lower strata of society or not. How you evolve this concept? It is innate, or it's from your reading, your upbringing, your thinking, or music? Did music also influence you to come to such an understanding?
Mr. Baby, I remember everything that you are asking me to, clarify. But I will go to a subject to clarify. You are referring to Tala. Tala is only grammar. Raga is grammar. But more than that is going to be melody. And more than that is going to be rhythm. So, the foundation is only like that, on which a big edifice is being built up. That built up edifice is going to be the creativity of the artist, making and painting pictures with the swaras, with the solucative, percussion syllables. It is only given to a few to really picture out like Hussain, like Ravi Verma. Why it is not reaching people? It cannot reach all people. It is only given to a few. But the thing is, the base should be larger, so that, like a temple tower, when it tapers down, will be there about 4 or 5 people. They will illuminate everything. And moreover, in my conception and philosophy, I always think we are all called Laya Vidwans, not Talavada Vidwans. I thought about all these things. Why it is called Laya Vidwan? Because we are fusing with the main artist or instrumentalist and creating the bhava of Advaita. Where? That is why he is vocalist, he is a violinist, he is a saxophone artist, flutist, but he is a Laya Vidwan. When you fuse with with the main artist, you become a Laya Vidwan. You are transcending Tala. You are transcending Raga. I will tell you one thing, how I really fused after so much of introspection that really happened in my life. I played K.V. Narayanasamy in Mysore for Krishnani Begane. I have accompanied him several times for Krishnani Begane. I think thousands of people were there. He was singing Krishnani Begane. Some thought process came to me. When he is singing and really painting the playfulness of Lord Krishna, is there any need for me to give unnecessary rhythm? Can I not release him from the rhythm? So I thought, Krishna ni be gane baro. My only stroke till the end of the song was din. Ta, ta, din. Ta, ta, din. I was only playing that. Later on, you know what happened? He was putting the tala. He left the tala and then took the hands like this and then painting the picture of Krishna. Because I released him from tala. I released him from rhythm. I released him from everything. He was completely free. He was just doing great things. I was only giving these basic strokes, and I was immersed in this. Everything stopped. The whole composition stopped. Hush, silence. Narayanasamy turned to me. Enna Sivaraman sir, இன்னைக்கு என்னன்னு புரியலையே. What really happened? My answer, எனக்கும் புரியல. உடனே ஜனங்கள், எங்களுக்கும் புரியல. When all this புரியல becomes, அப்பதான் அவ புரிஞ்சுக்கிறா. When they don't understand, I think they have understood. That is where you have to do and no domination. You should not dominate, but at the same time, the domination aspect should not be there.
It's a political statement. That no domination.
No, why?
Like in music, in society also.
Why I am telling you about the word? Shammongadi Srinivasa used to say, it is a teamwork, Sivaraman. It is a teamwork.
Exactly.
Because அது எப்போ ஏற்படும்? When it will come? It will come. When you are going to be, a great camaraderie is going to be there between all of you, then they will enjoy. Sometime I was giving Arachapu. Shammongadi in Bangalore, he says, it was a completely in tune. He said, அரைச்சாப்பியே கொடுங்கோ வேறு ஒன்றும் வேண்டாம் அரைச்சாப்பை யாருமே நோபடி யாருமே போட மாட்டேங்கிறா போடுங்கோ பளிச்சுன்னு போடுங்கோ ஆஹாஹா ஆஹா அப்படின்னு இது ஒரு ஸ்ட்ரோக் தான் இந்த ஸ்ட்ரோக்கில் அவரை இம்மர்ஸ் ஆகி ஜனங்கள் அப்ரிஷியேட் பண்ணான்னா அது ஐ எம் நாட் ரெஸ்பான்சிபிள்.
In this context,
தட் இஸ்
can I recall a similar instance? Delhi, you were accompanying Mysore Duraswami Iyengar on Veena. Duraswami Iyengar played that Nalina Gandhi composition, Manavayalakim. And you see, my greatest disappointment today is that could not be recorded. You see, there was no recording. And after having completed the rendition, Duraswami Iyengar ji was praising Umayalpuram ji. How you played on mridangam? Your mridangam was like veena. Then Umayalpuram ji told him, when you play veena like this, can I do less? So this, you remember that concert in Constitution Club, Delhi, decades ago.
The thing is, the only point is, we become one with the musician, one with his music. You become the rasika, you enjoy. When you enjoy, everything happens. People will enjoy. That is why my father told me at the age of 15, Swanubhuti, enjoy yourself. At that time I did not know the difference between Swanubhuti and Vibhuti. The main problem is, he was telling and digging into yours. He said, that you will make it bone of your bones and flesh of your flesh. That is what my father told me. He was dinning, and at some time he stopped. Then I asked my father, I used to call him as Mama. Mama, why are you not really telling all these things to me? My father told me, I think somewhere you are realizing something, it will blossom. So this is the thing that you have to develop. When you develop, and now I am going towards Nada. Nada is different from sound. Sound is different from noise. And Nada, when you go to Nada, the whole world is saturated with Nada. Nada Bindu Kaladi Namo Namo. Nadobhasana. Like that, when it is there, even with a single chop, chang, chang, if you play and you enjoy, they will say, they will not clap. They will say, when they, அதை எப்படி சொல்ல முடியும்? Indescribable. And the feeling வரணும். அதுதான் music.
We are here with this program organized by the Hindu. For this, we must thank Hindu for having taken the initiative. But there is an indescribable memory I have. I am able to have that only because of the Hindu. I was in Delhi, so I go through newspapers, but Hindu definitely. Then I found an announcement in the Hindu which I got in Delhi, that there is a concert in Erode, K.V. Narayanaswamy, M.S. Gopalkrishnan violin, Umayalpuram Sivaraman mridangam. And actually T.H. Vinayaram was announced as Khadam, but he could not. It was Nagarajan, V. Nagarajan finally. Having seen this, you won't believe, I have some free day, travel to Europe from Delhi to listen to this concert. And that day, KVN sang a Kamboji, Everimata. Still, the rendition, that elaboration of raga, then the Kriti, then the Tanyavartanam which followed. Thank you, Hindu, for informing as living in Delhi those days. But for Hindu, I would not have come to know
But
that
how,
this
how
is
many
happening.
MPs know about every matter like you?
You remember this concept?
I know. The thing is, I want to tell you, you were referring to Nayatingar Vasudevan
Yeah.
and asking something about me. See, I wish to be like a honey bee. Wherever good music is there, irrespective of caste, creed, religion, I go there, whether he is known to me or not. If I like the music, I will go to him and then say, your music is very good. Then, if there is a chance, I will accompany. I will tell you one thing. This year, in the Music Academy, Murali is there, that is why. They wanted that really I should play for some very good budding, very good artists, and they wanted that I should give my helping hand and see to it that they reach the top. So, I have accepted for 2 youngsters who have been promoted, and I am going to play. What is the reason why I am encouraging? The reason is, when I accompanied the greatest musicians of yesteryears, even though I was young, they gave me a lot of encouragement, and saw to it, I saw the zenith of my career. Do I not owe the same duty to see that I should accompany the present crop of really very good artists and see that I want to accompany them and make them one Chammangudi, one Ariyakudi, one Mahalingam, one T.M. Jagarajan, like that one Chambai. Because I should do all these things in my own capacity, whether others want or not. I want to do my service because I should do in response to what they have done for me. I think this is a sacred duty which I am doing. That is why even now, at my age of 90, I am playing, and I think I have already accompanied 4 generations, and I told some people I also ready for the 5th generation.
Umayalpuram ji, known to everybody as a great mridangam maestro, but I think only once Umayalpuram ji was on stage with a ganjara.
Yes.
Only once. That was in Delhi for Swaralaya. You see, the great C.S. Bhubadi ji, one of the tallest percussionists, when Muruga Bhubadi ji visited Delhi for an ITC music discussion, he had stopped playing mridangam for 5-6 years by then. But Swaralaya wanted the honor of having Muruga Bhubadi on stage for Swaralaya program. So I requested, Umayalpuram ji also happened to be there, and C.S. Muruga Bhubadi ji was staying in Hyderabad house. So we went, and I think Thiruvarur Bhaktavatsala also wanted to accompany when he heard that we are going. So Muruga Bhubadi ji said that when Umayalpuram is there to accompany, that was D.K. Jayaraman concert.
Correct.
D.K. Jayaraman vocal, M.S. Gopalakrishnan has agreed to play violin. So Umayalpuram ji was fixed up to play mridangam. So I requested Umayalpuram ji whether you can persuade C.S. Muruga Bhubadi ji to come and play mridangam instead of Umayalpuram ji. So Muruga Bhubadi ji said, what nonsense you are speaking? I stopped playing mridangam for 6-7 years now. I cannot have Shruti alignment. That is what he said. I don't get Shruti alignment. So why do you want to make your concert collapse? Let Sivaraman play. That is how he was saying. Then he pleaded with him. Muruga Bhubadi ji, no, this young person, he has a fascination for you to be there on Swaralaya stage. Then Muruga Bhubadi ji refused. No, it is wrong.
And he had no mridangam.
Yeah, that also. Then
I told him, I will give my mridangam. And
then
what?
Even then he was not willing. Then Umayalpuram ji said, look, you play mridangam, I will sit with a kanchara as Upapakka Vadyam to help you out. Then C.S. Muruga Bhubadi ji became helpless. If you insist like this, okay. So this had happened. So D.K. Jayaraman vocal, M.S. Gopalishan violin, C.S. Mariga Bhubadi mridangam, Umayalpuram Sivaraman on Ganchira. One and only time, you see. And our Subbudu.
One and only time, and that one and only time only happened because of baby.
Anyway, and you know the irrepressible music critic Subbudu, he had written, I still remember in Statesman, I don't have the copy. He unnecessarily referred to me and all. He said that this gentleman, parliament member, he brought all top maestros on stage after such a long time. Then he says, both, this is a Subbudu, irrepressible Subbudu. Subbudu said the vocalist failed, but M.S. Gopalishan tried to save the situation. Similarly, Mariga Bhubadi failed due to obvious reasons. He is too old. But Sivaraman saved. So the main artist, vocalist failed, mridangam artist failed. So violinist and ganjara artist saved the concert. That is how. Then once I asked Mr. Subbudu, why you write like this? Then his reply is very correct. He said, even after people forget the concert, they should not forget my review. That's so he has proved right. Now we are discussing about that. You see.
See, when I was in Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan, London, there is a series of concerts, and they wanted me to play solo. Why I am telling you, I am really blessed by the benign blessings of Pandit Ravi Shankar. Ravi Shankar was there with his wife,
Suganya.
And then he said, when Umayalpuram ji is going to play, I am going to be there. He was not well. Anyway, on that day he was there. And then he played mridangam solo. After that he took the mic and said, I will speak in his own voice. Umayalpuram ji, that he will speak like that. He said, praise me something, he said. After hearing Umayalpuram ji is mridangam playing, I get blood pressure.
Blood pressure or blood pressure?
Then blood pressure. Then I took up the mic and thanked him and told him, Pandit ji, I only really wanted to please you, so you will get blood pressure, not pressure. So this is the thing. These are all the great artists who have been with me, have blessed me. Like that it is going.
Yeah, one thing is, you see, some quite extraordinary, unique teaming up Umayalpuram ji has, cooperated with us. One in Kerala Kalamandalam, Bhriju Maharaj Kathak, generally with pakwaj or tabla, various rhythmic patterns are being painted on stage by maestros like Bhriju Maharaj. In fact, I went and met him in Delhi Kathak Kendra, because I was also a member of the Kerala Kalamandalam as a Rajya Sabha member. Its anniversary. I suggested to him, in Kalamandalam we want Bhriju Maharaj's performance, and we would like to have some different, some unconventional thing. Can you perform, instead of tabla, can you perform with a mridangam in Kalamandalam? Then he paused for a while. Then he asked me, who you are thinking from south? And I said, maybe I would ask Umayalpuram ji. He said, agreed. And they didn't have any discussion. They met just on stage and they performed. Kathak by Bhriju Maharaj with mridangam accompaniment by Umayalpuram ji. Similarly, there was one concert organized by Sorlaya, Amjad Ali Khan Sahib playing sarod with no tabla, only mridangam, Umayalpuram ji. So can you just relate, how you were able to? Of course, in Kalamandalam there was a violin duet between Pandit V.G. Jog and Dr. L. Subramaniam, and Allarekha on tabla and Umayalpuram ji on mridangam. And the Taniyavartanam you did that day, or the Jugalbandi, Sawal Jawab you did with Allarekha, it's unforgettable. Nearly 7,500 people were there in Kerala Kalamandalam to listen to that. Will you please relate some of such experiences, briefly?
The thing is,
Bhriju Maharaj first.
What is macro is micro, and what is micro is macro. So, I tell you, I have been really thinking and deeply studying and introspecting and came to the conclusion why these are all happening without rehearsals. The thing is, when you go to the core point, there is always one religion, one sentiment, one mankind, and one feeling. Same is applicable to music. For example, you call Sankarabaranam, they call Bilaval, they call major scale. You call Aditalam, they say teen tal, it is 4/4. Like that, everything is only completely, everything is okay. There is only one music. When you really go to the core point of one music and study and feel about all these things, I feel there is no rehearsal is needed. You can immediately go and play for them. This is what is really happened in all my cases when I joined with Akam on Fabrizio, when I played for Brij Maharaj, when I played for Ravi Shankar, when I played for Amjad Ali Khan. Because you go straight to their feeling and immediately you mix up with the feeling, and then you can, the moment it is going to be there, your fingers will react on the mridangam. And it will work out. This is what I'm really feeling now. For any composition that I do not know, I can play, because I'm not playing. The composition goes inside, and when the composition goes inside, the psyche begins to work, and the finger will begin to work. And the finger, I will tell you, depending upon the volume of the main artist, generally my fingers work. If it is a powerful voice that is among, Chambai, it will be having louder things. But if it is going to be like Kevin Narayan, it will come down. Why it is coming down? Because when you become the first main, when you become the Rasika of the main artist, the music goes inside you, so that you can immediately play according to the tone, lyrical beauty of the artist. This happens not only in Hindustani, Carnatic, Western, rap, jazz, and everything.
And Manodharmam Ramanathan. I give an expansion of MD as Manodharmam Ramanathan.
Yes.
Will you recall some special experience with MDR?
I'll tell you. The slow speed in which Ramanathan sang and filled up the hearts of the audience in those days, you can never describe in words. But how to fill up the pauses? For example, how it happened. I had my own guru, known as Kallidakochi Mahadev Bahadur. He sang for 10 years without expecting anything in return. And then one day, he will come there, and when I was staying in Natu Subbalaya Melutharu street, from 1955 to 65, I used to attend law college, and I used to practice about 7 to 8 hours of mridangam. And Bahadur will be there. Bahadur will come there, and he was only wanted, he really wanted that I should be on top, without any expecting any monetary return. Then he will sing, Bahadur, today I want some slow speech composition. He will say, I will sing, Ekambranadam. You see the gap between A and Ka. Ka. Where is A, where is Ka? I will tell him, why you are singing like this. He said, if somebody is going to sing like that, how are you going to play? So play for me. So this is the rigid sadhaka that he has given me. So the next day he will come, after a few days. Bhadrawal, I want very speed. And he asked me to play Tanyavatam this. So I have to fill up the gap. And then, Bahadur, I want some speed. He said, Paraguje, Paraguje, like this. Then he said, play. Why are you in this speed? If somebody is going to sing, how are you going to? Likewise, for 10 years, I had this training under him. So, to accompany, MD Ramanathan becomes a child's play. So, in Pachaya Sabha, beautiful thing happened. See, he was having that Kambodi, Varangasai.
Oh,
And in fact, my father was sitting opposite. So, Varangasai is in a reclining position completely. So he was, some dancers also took great fancy for him because he will imitate everything. He said, oh, 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 Rangasai. He came to my place.
now about Jwala, can you?
So I have to fill up, and then he will say, "Wah." I have to fill up the gap. And then he will say, Mridangam, only Mridangam Sivaraman can fill up my gaps and all. So I was very fond of Philip. And Trichu Ramachan, who used to hear all these things, he will say, made for each other. Say that, whatever.
So you had that Jwala with your brother Mattanur Shankarangutti, great Chanda player, then Stephen Devasi, then great painter Bose Krishnamajari. He was painting
Yes.
in Kottayam.
Yes.
See, can you recall that unique lineup of painter, Chanda player, and all that?
You know who really arranged this program? Who can be? Only baby. She only, it was the first time I played with he wanted that I should give some name. Then I thought for some time, then gave Jwala, effulgence. It is not fire, but what you see beyond fire, that is known as Jwala. I gave the name, I think in Maman Maplay.
Kottayam.
And I played, and he was painting and all that.
Bose Krishnamajari was painting.
Krishnamajari. And that day started Jwala, and I really played several concerts with Mattanur Shankarangutti, who is like my brother. You see, the only thing is, I can tell you one thing. I was telling Mr. Murali also, and I want to tell you, I'm a co-traditionalist. I was telling Mangalachalvidi. I told you, I'm a co-traditionalist, but I'm very ultra-modern. In the sense, I'll tell you one thing. You know, Satyapal, the famous, his son came to me and then told me that you should compose music for the fashion show. I mean, of all the people, he selected me with the Vibhuti, Kungam and all that. I have never known fashion show. But what really happened, he said, sir, I am going to visit you in the fashion show in Bombay, Chennai and Bangalore. And these are all the dates. Arrange yourself, I am going. He went. And the days are fixed up. What to do? From that day onwards, I was only with the TV, looking the fashion show, how they are moving in the ramp. So I decided, but in my life, I don't take anything as a challenge. I only take it as an opportunity. Because challenge is negative, opportunity is positive. Then I watched for 15 days and saw the moments, and then composed music with M.A. Sundaresan and guitar and presented. They really liked. The only happiest thing that really happened is in Bangalore, they overshot the time, the girls. And the manager came, why are you? They said, the music is very great. We are going. So you should fit in with every age. That is why I accompanied. I have two sides to coin. One is yesterday masters. The other side, how to make these people as great masters.
You have had association with two films. One in Mridanga Chakravarti for Shivaji Ganesan, you trained him, the posture and all that, and you played Mridangam for that. Another was Thalam Sarvamayam, a film apparently on you. With
on my disciple.
Disciple and, I mean, one character.
No, the question which you asked me, the story is, you know.
About your disciple.
That disciple, you know.
Rajiv Menon's film.
And the disciple, I will tell you, I have no barriers. For my mridangam repairer's son, I taught mridangam. And that is the story of Rajamandan. Johnson's son. And Mridanga Chakravarti.
Mridanga Chakravarti, your association with Shivaji Ganesan. When you perform for Cuba Solidarity, Shivaji Ganesan was out. Mr. Ram was the convener.
Yes.
Shivaji Ganesan insisted that you opened with the Mridangam solo. So I would be in time to listen to that. Even if I am late for 5 minutes, please ask Shivaramanji to wait for me.
Yeah.
See, then you played for Che Guevara's daughter, Aleida Guevara also when she came here.
Yes.
So very interesting, collaboration.
You know what happened? When Kalaignanam, M.S. Vishwanathan, Shivaji Ganesan and Director Shankar, they joined together. There was a controversy as to whom they should select for Mridanga Chakravarti. There were many applications, many missions by music fraternity, but the 4 persons consisting of Shivaji Ganesan, Director Shankar, Kalaignanam and M.S. Vishwanathan selected me. I went there. And then I had the crescendo. It was taken in one shot, one take. M.S. Vishwanathan could not believe in one take. He said, can you play one more time? I cannot play. He said, this is superb, stop. The next thing is, for Prabhu, when he was playing Mridangam in the upstairs, the heroine got so fascinated with the Mridangam play because she loves him. She goes upstairs. And then M.S. Vishwanathan asked me, sir, I am not satisfied with the previous Mridangam player. Can you play something romantic? I have not tried romantic so far. But she said, you have to play. And they put Rush. That is the first time I am really seeing Rush. I played something. And then she said, this is romantic. It's okay. Then I said, I will follow this romanticism in all my concerts. And I will tell you, the greatness of Shivaji Ganesan and the greatness of N.G. Ramachandran. Shivaji Ganesan used to call me Vadyar. For every shooting, Vadyar undacha? Vadyar, finger correct arka? He can do anything. He is a great artist, but see the humility with which. That is one thing about Shivaji Ganesan. The next is MGR. MGR is so fascinated with Mridangam, wherever he goes, Manian was there. And then they will collect all my recordings and go there. One day, before he became CM, I really wanted to invite him for my Jugalbandi, T.N. Krishnan, myself, and Sarangi by Narayan and Kashinath Mishra. When I was passing through Satya Studio with my wife, I entered and gave the card to the watchman. He slowly walked. And then when I was coming by, he was running. Why are you running? MGR Kochumtar sir, பெரிய மகாவித்வான் வாசலில் நிற்கிறார், ஏன் அப்படி பண்ணேன்னு. உடனே நாங்கள் போனேன். That is a big simhasanam. See the greatness of those artists with whom I had good friendship. என்னை பார்த்த உடனே, the first thing my MGR will ask me, நான் உங்களுக்கு என்ன பண்ணணும்? ஒன்றும் பண்ண வேண்டாம், நீங்கள் பிரியமாக இருந்தால் போதும். This is my answer. Then he said, come on, you sit in the simhasanam. Then I asked him, what is this? Why you are asking me to in the simhasanam? He said, see the beauty and the greatness of greatness of the heart of M.G. Ramachandran. He said, sir, நீங்கள் அதை உட்காருங்க அப்படின்னு. என்ன இப்படி உட்கார சொன்னீங்களே? Why? I asked him. He said, மிருதங்கத்துக்கு சக்கரவர்த்தி நீங்கள் தான், நான் வேஷம் போட்டுக்கிறேன். மிருதங்கத்துக்கு சக்கரவர்த்தி நீங்கள், நான் வேஷம் போட்டுருக்கேன், நீங்கள் உட்காருங்க. யாராவது சொல்லுவாளா? Anybody will, particularly in the fame and name of M.G. Ramachandran, can anybody will utter this? The thing is, they really enjoy. இன்னொரு விஷயம், அது சொல்கிறேன். அது மியூசிக் அகாடமியில் நடந்தது. When Balamurali was the Sangeeta Kalanidhi. I was the mridangam artist because Balamalli only wanted that I should play, and he was singing Panchamukhi Pallavi. At that time, M.G. Ramachandran was there as CM, and Devarajas, the CM of Karnataka, was there. Both of them were enjoying the concert. After the Pallavi, Tanyavatan, everything is over, and then Mangalam Padiyachi. Then we went and really wanted to thank both CMs. I thanked, and she thanked, and I thanked. MGR came to me and said, he already talked to Balamalli, he came to me. Tamil soltuma? Tamil சொல்றேன். பிரமாதமாக வாச்சிங்க. ஆனால் ஒரு விஷயம், பல்லவியை அவர் வீட்டில் தயார் பண்ணி விட்டார். அவர் பாடுறாரு. நீங்கள் ஸ்பாட்டில் வாசிங்களே, நீங்கள் தான் கிரேட்னு போயிட்டார். இந்த மாதிரி யாராவது சொல்லுவாரா? அப்பா இவ்வளோ ஞானம் அவருக்கு.
He knew that.
No, இவ்வளவு the knowledge, musical knowledge, all these people, great actors, something unique.
No, you already answered that question. How you, in an interview in the Hindu in 2021, you were asked about how you coped with the changes over the times, and you said, "I'm a core traditionalist and I'm also ultra modern." You ought to be flexible like a bamboo, you said, and you'll adopt any modern gadget because you change with the times. Now, applying this to the social area, you are a devout Hindu, but you are also known to be very secular. You, apart from the Cuba concert, I remember the concert for Cuba you played at the Narada Gana Sabha. I think you also went to Ayodhya for the Saimat, right?
Yes, I went to Ayodhya and I played for 2 concerts. Arrangement is Mr. Baby, not now, when the temple was not there,
93.
in a shed.
93.
And I was there and playing in there on the banks of Sarvya River. One is Jugalbandi concert with Krishna Maharaj, starting about 2 o'clock midnight, and finish, we concluded at 5 o'clock. The next program is K.V. Narayan Swami. We played there.
So, in this tension between being a core traditionalist and adopting whatever is appropriate for the times, is there not a tension or contradiction? How do you reconcile it? Are there limits you will not cross, red lines if you like, in the world of music? There are some things you will not do. Can you think of anything concrete? First of all, is there a tension between these two? That being on the one hand a core traditionalist and on the other hand open to new experiments, new gadgets, new ways, new musicians, new music. You've never felt any contradiction there?
I think if I had contradictions, I would not be playing my mridangam at the age of 90. Because I go to the music, I don't go to the contradictions. Because when people are, the interest of the people and the interest of the audience are changing, the thing is, the music is always remains the same thing. But the thing is, it is taking different shapes. When you are going to adjust the modern trends and all that, and if you are going to be very stagnant and static, you will be thrown on the wayside. So, it is better, one side you have to see and recognize the greatness of the great masters, yesterday masters. Today, you are having, very good things about, crops of great musicians who are really trying and all that. That is one of the reasons why I changed from wooden to fiberglass mridangam, and I then changed to glass mridangam with a collaboration from Saint Gorbin. Because Santanam, I worked there. The fiberglass mridangam with Dr. Pandalai in IIT long back. I am prepared to really collaborate with all these people, and I want to tell you one thing. I don't know, you should help me. You should help me. Day before yesterday in Friday issue, there was an article on mridangam by a North Indian, and somebody has Nepal or somebody has written. I really wanted to, the very project is known as mridangam. He is analyzing the tone of mridangam, and he is splitting the percussive syllables into mridangam, and he is going to produce some program. You know what I did? I asked my eldest son, Swaminathan, in Bombay, to be in touch with, and now I am in touch with Deepa in Bangalore, Deepa Ganesh. I wanted to find out whether I can be in touch with this gentleman so that whatever he is going to do for mridangam, I can join and also do.
He will certainly coordinate it. Our editor will coordinate this.
So I want to, but I am not able to. Why I am doing
No,
it?
they'll make it easy for you.
Yeah, because why I am telling you, if he is really doing and exploring something about mridangam, why not I join?
And you told our mutual friend, M.A. Baby, that you are a fan of Test cricket and not the shorter form. What did you mean the other day? Baby told me yesterday. In the context of music, Tani, is it?
Yeah.
So could
Long
you...
duration concerts used to be there yesteryears. Now it's like 2020, 1.5 hours, 2 hours.
My longest concert in my life, there are 2 concerts. With the T.R. Malingam, it went for 7 hours in Bangalore. 7 to early morning 3:30. And 2 concerts in Kumbakonam, marriage concert went out Madhuramaniya and Maya Rajamaya.
World Test Championship final.
Huh?
World Test Championship
Yes.
final.
So now it is getting reduced. The thing is, when it is getting reduced, what you have to do? You have to show your mastery immediately, for which you have to work. You cannot say, I need to warm up 3 hours. Nobody will be there. When you warm up, nobody will be there, the hall will be empty. Now, I am an economics student because I know the value of supply and demand. I know the value of increasing and diminishing returns. I work on it.
You see, I was thinking how Umayalpuram ji can be compared some outstanding, personalities from the literary field. Generally, people say that he is Shakespeare of mridangam. I would rather say Umayalpuram ji is Kalidasa of mridangam. Why should we go in search of Shakespeare? But in the field of sports, whether Umayalpuram ji should be compared to Bradman,
Sedgman,
Sachin Tendulkar,
and then John Bogue,
Roger Federer,
yes,
Lionel Messi.
Rod Laver.
So the style with which Umayalpuram ji is able to play mridangam, you see, he surpasses times. Now, when we discuss about various national honors being conferred, there are different types of inadequacies or partiality, for example. There is North Indians, of course genuine, they are considered, but genuine South Indians are not sufficiently considered. This happens many a time. Then I feel percussion art form has reached Himalayan heights in India today. It is not only Umayalpuram Sivaraman ji, Kishan Maharaj, Allah Rakha Khan, Zakir Hussain,
Santa Prasad.
Samada Prasad, see. But the highest honor, like Bharat Ratna, it has gone to Bhimsen Joshi, Bismillah Khan, Subbalashmi, Ravi Shankar, and so on.
And Lata Mangeshkar.
Lata Mangeshkar also. So I feel that, Music Academy should play a role in this. The Hindu can also play a role in it. Why percussive art is not being recognized with a Bharat Ratna? And I think Kishan Maharaj is somewhere in a Delhi program, when some ministers were present there, he just lashed out at them. The miserly way in which central government is behaving Until and unless we live for 80, 85 years, no national honor would come to us. Like that he spoke. So I think when we have Sorlaya organized in Music Academy with Sri Ram and all that active, Mr. Titi Vasu was also there that time, a program to honor M.A. Subbulakshmi. That time even she was not conferred with Bharat Ratna. But from that platform there was a demand made. Why M.A. Subbulakshmi is not being conferred with Bharat Ratna? I think this is the most appropriate platform from where this question, why a percussive artist is not yet been given Bharat Ratna, and there is nobody else other than Umayalpuram ji who deserve for that. He's already Padma Shri, Padma Bhushan and Padma Vibhushan. I think we should, the music fraternity should raise the voice for the recognition which is overdue. Why Government of India is not listening to such sane voice in the field of music and culture. This is one observation I would like to make.
I also made a suggestion to Sangeet Natak Academy long back. There is an award of Yuva Award in the name of Bismillah Khan Yuva Award. My only thing is I told them, why not you issue another award in the name of the great illustrious, great legend Thiruvavalure Rajaratnam Pillai? Why don't you establish all these things? So that you can give awards and all that.
When there is one in the name of Bismillah Khan, there can be one in the name of T.N. Rajaratnam Pillai, who was equal to
But
Bismillah Khan
you,
Sahib.
when you mention Kalidasa, I want to tell you, I am a devotee, but the thing is, the greatest principles in which Kalidasa works, he is always my motto when I do anything creative work. He said in Malavikayatmintram, he said, when he was being criticized for introducing prologue and epilogue, he said, Puranamityeva nasadu sarvam nachapi kavyam navabhati avadyam. The meaning is, don't think that everything old is good. Don't criticize that everything new is bad. People with wisdom will always select the best from the old and best from the new. This is my motto.
Who's been the most challenging to academy? Who's challenged you the most?
See, no, I tell you. When you go to Krishna Sweets, I think you have gone.
Yes, sir.
You have varieties of several sweets. You will be just bewildered what to buy. In fact, in my case, this happened. I went with the Fabrice Castle, and chocolate is very famous in Brazil. I went there, I wanted to purchase chocolates for my father without nut. I wanted to taste everything. There is a young lady who was selling all these things. I took 15. I was young. At that time I was young. And then she was looking at me. Why are you taking 15? I want to test the taste and all that so that I can give something to my father without. Like that, when you go to Krishna Sweets, you will not be in a position to purchase anything. In my case, what happened? When I accompanied all these greats, all the greats, they have possessed really one great art, they really had a mastery over one subject. For example, when you accompany Ariyakudi Ramanjinga, he will be on Madhyama Kala. Sometimes, you have to establish Madhyama Kala and he will sing the Kriti. At that time, only when you are proficient, then he will sing the Kriti. Likewise, it happened to me. I really wanted to accompany him for one Deshadi Talam. And then, for a long time, he did not. And then one day he sang. And then I told him, today I am very happy, Mama. Then he said, today I had the confidence that you will play well. Likewise, when you accompany, you get some experience with Ariyakudi. When you accompany Chambai, you can never deviate from Kala Pramanam. He will say, Yennade, Vodapradu, no running, nothing, Kala Pramanam. And then you have to play with abandon because the voice is great. He will say in one program, in order to showcase my scholarship and everything to the audience, he said, audience came, they wanted to hear me in the company of somebody. He said, he said, അങ്ങനെ ആയിക്കോട്ടെ. അത് മലയാളം ആയിക്കോട്ടെ. And he gave me 5 Tanyavathams in one concert. Because he can control everything. He was so master. And then he said, after 5 Tanyavathams, when he came there, hey, Sivaram, 5 Tanyavathamakum, ஃப்ளாஸ்கில் ஹார்லிக்ஸ் இருக்குது, சாப்பிட்டுக்கோ. நான் நிறுத்த மாட்டேன், பாடிகிட்டே இருப்பேன், வாசிக்கிட்டே இருக்கணும் அப்படி சொல்லி அட் தி எண்ட் ஆஃப் தி ப்ரோக்ராம் he said, എനിക്ക് പേര് പുകഴ് എല്ലാം കിട്ടി, ചക്രമും കിട്ടി, അതേ രീതിയിൽ കുട്ടിക്ക് വേണം, അതുകൊണ്ടാണ് 5 തനിയാർത്ഥം ഞാൻ കൊടുത്തു. എല്ലാം തൃപ്തിയായോ എന്ന് കേട്ടത്. വളരെ തൃപ്തിയായി. Then he sang Mangalam. Then he sang Mangalam. So you get the thing from Shambai. When you go to Madhuramaniya, you can never deviate from the Shruti. Because the great T.R. Mahalingam said of Madhuramaniya, if you want to worship Swara Devata, hear Madhuramaniya's music. So when Madhuramaniya aligns with the Tambura, and when the Tambura is being done by the late Vembu here, his son-in-law, you can never deviate. There is no dichotomy, whether Tambura or Madhuramaniya, or Madhuramaniya Tambura. So you have to tune the mridangam. If it is not in tune, he will look up. So you have to be like that. So when you accompany Shammangudi, the swara, all these things will be the Sangadi. Sarvalagu, like the trotting of the house.
Kalishnikov.
Yes.
Like bullet coming from Kalishnikov.
So you have to accompany, and will not have the time to tune. Our ready, then like that. So you have to be ready. At the split part of the second, you have to tune the mridangam and play for him. When you are playing for GNB, for the Briga and all that, you have to be ready. You have to be ready when you accompany all other brothers. They will, what is the Pallavi? You cannot ask them. They will say, எல்லாம் உனக்கு தெரிஞ்சது தான் அப்படின்னு தெரியாத பல்லவி பாடுவோம். And in Tirupugal, if you don't have the Aridi, they will say, ஏன் அரிதி வைக்கல? Why? If you accompany Musiri, you have to accompany him for the Naraval correctly. And then he will say, he will expect, அரிதி வைக்கணும். திரக்கிறதா வைக்கலன்னா, ஏன் வைக்கல? அது வரைக்கும் வெயிட் பண்ணிட்டு இருப்பார். When you accompany T.R. Mahalingam, you don't know. What he is going to play, you don't know. You will play in Mishra Gati, Adidala Varnam. Like that. So you have to be ready. When you accompany Maharaja Vishnadiyar, you have to embellish music because he knows mridangam. So these are all the things by which I learned so many things. This is the thing. So everybody is great.
So no problem with the new generation. No problem with the new generation.
No. The thing is, when you are not getting any food, when you practice and you align to whatever that is available as food, that becomes a habit for you. When you are given more food, then you are not happy also. Because already you know how to, you have experienced hunger. You have taken something. So when you accompany, when I accompany Mudigondan Venkatramiyar in Music Academy, Simhanandanam, it's a 128 beat Simhanandanam. He was having tuft. And then it is having so many, like, this is the Lagu. Pulutam. Pulutam is going to be 1, 2, 3. Kakapadam. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. He will put the thala correctly. Sometimes it will go away. Then you will stop the thala and make a bundle on this, and he will not miss the thala. In the Simhanana thala, you have to play Tanyavatanam. So when you go all the when you taken all the drills with these people, then it becomes so easy for you because you have gone all through things. Now, the same thing is being followed by youngsters also. So, this is very easy for me. So, you will have to really pass through all these things. Then only it is good.
They say Seshagopal is quite tough to play for.
Ah.
Is it true?
Since I have played for these people, in the case of Sheshagopal, what happens, he is a very great musician. And his composition, Naraval, Swaram, Pallavi, Tirupugal, everything. So, when you pray for Sheshagopal, he will also put you to test. The thing is, you will have to really prove your worth and make great things in the concert so that he will appreciate. For which you will have scholarship. You should have the reflex action to play immediately. Whatever that is striking in your brain must come on the mridangam. So it becomes, these are all the hard work by which you reach top. And when you reach top, you have to maintain and improve on it also. Otherwise, others are there. They will beat you. I will tell you the length to which the nada must go. See, it should go there. It should not be, it should go dang. As there is fingering technique for cricket, tennis, there is fingering technique for every instrument mridangam. When you play chop, the finger should touch, but the touching should not be heard by anybody. It should touch and the chop should come, I will tell you. I am touching it, but the nada is coming. Yalla fingering technique. இதெல்லாம் இருக்கணும். இப்போ நான் வாசிக்கிறது ஆதி தாளம். Baby wanted that I should play for Marubalga. Marubalga unnavemiya. Initially, you have to, stress Marubalka 1 or 2 times. Marubalka. You have to give pause. Now, some of these mridangam artists are talking about pause, but they don't know pause. They are fail. It is not PAUSU, it is PASS and FAIL. an anti-note. When you play ta, it should sound like breaking with a coconut. Thank you. One thing is, I'm so immensely happy for the great opportunity that the Hindu has given to me to interact with one of my very intimate and very knowledgeable Rasikas, Mr. M.A. Baby. I thank you very much.
Thanks to Hindu and all those who are associated with Hindu who are present here.